What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at something that I feel like I've been waiting a while for, but I guess I just missed the original drop and I didn't know they weren't out, and then they hit this, that, or the other. Nonetheless, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Neca Toys, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon line series 2-pack of Tokka and Rahzar. Now, full disclosure, I didn't watch the original cartoon. If you guys have been following me for a little bit, you guys know that I like every version of the Turtles, and I've seen every version of the Turtles except this version, which is probably arguably the most iconic version. Maybe one day go back and watch it, but I think it was cool for the time. I think now it's looking back corny, and unless you have that nostalgia effect to it, you might not like it. I don't know. Maybe one day. We'll see. But I really like the designs of Tokka and Rahzar, and I know Tokka and Rahzar from Secret of the Ooze movie. It's the second one, right? Yeah, it's the second one. But I didn't get the movie ones. I just couldn't get them. I mean, that was like $80-some, and I just, at the time, I didn't have that, but now I could pay $50-$60 for this guy, so why the fuck not? Plus, I really like Tokka's design in particular. Ooh, just very excited. So, I don't usually buy these, but I couldn't help myself this time. So, on the side, you see, you get a product image of Tokka. On the back, you get a nice read-up. Awesome read-up. I really like that, especially it talks about like Donnie and whatever. I really like it. Product shots, some stuff that you can get. Not really interested in any of these. I will get Super Bebop. I think it's Super Bebop and Rhino Man. Oh, I'll get those. You get the side there, and then on the bottom you get the barcode. These are part of NECA's Geek Out event 2022. So check your targets, people. But I believe that's all I got. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop these bad boys open. So getting these two out of the package, I have not been able to put these down since I got them. Even for NECA standards, these are super well articulated, and they just, there's nothing wrong with them. There's one tiny complaint that I have, but it's with the NECA as a whole, I guess, but it's not even really a complaint. It's just a suggestion, but damn, with the accessories, the articulation, the sculpt, but the paint on these guys, NECA kills it with the paint. I think NECA's the only company that does cell shading correctly. I'm not always the biggest fan of cell shading, but when it's done like this, it's really nice. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at them. So we're going to take a look. I like them very similarly. I thought I was going to like Tokka a lot more than Rahzar, but I only like him a little bit more. So here is Rahzar's face, and it's just, God damn. It looks so good. The two tones on the back really complement the front, especially on Rahzar. And then obviously, you know, the mouth opens, but it doesn't look like it opens, you know, which is a good thing. The eyes, the gray around the eyes looks really nice. I like the tattered shirt on him. And then the shoulder pads are on like a peg, kind of like the Star Wars one, so that they move, so you can get a little bit higher for articulation. He doesn't have a crazy amount of articulation, but enough, like definitely enough, and more than I thought he would. I really like all the fur sculpted on there. All the black lining is so well done on his diaper, on the back muscles. The fur right there is really nice. The muscles on there. The nails have the white and then the black around them, and then the black around the pads. It's just, everything is painted on here, to the nines painted. The grill from the front of the car, I don't know if it's the same in the cartoon, but I know that he gets this from the front of an old car in the dumpster. So I don't know if it's that, but the black, it gets a little smudgy in some places, but I mean, you're doing fine paint work, you know, so I understand that there's going to be some mishaps. Like all the spikes are painted with black lines around them, and then his big dog feet look really, really nice as well. Painted very, very well. It just, I like the green diaper too, by the way. It's a nice compliment to the figure, but he just gives such a big, mean presence. You know, he's not necessarily huge, because these are a lot smaller than I thought they would be, but he just emulates like awesomeness, and I like him so much. The sculpt and the paint, he's just gorgeous for what he's supposed to be. And Tokka is no excuse, if not even better, in my opinion. So, unfortunately, right off the bat, I got some red smudging on top of the head. So, hopefully, I think this head is molded in this yellow. So, I'm gonna I want to pop that off. I'm going to try to get some acetone and wipe that off just because it is bothering me a little bit. But that's only on mine, just a QC issue. But look at the paint on the fucking beak. His mouth opens a lot better, I would say. Opens more. The red in the inside with the teeth look really, really nice. I like the gray and red on his eyes. His shoulder pads look really, really good. I like all the bands around the arms. I love the color that they chose for him. It's such a unique, like, yellowy color. I really like the shoulder pads, too. The black lines on the back of his neck look nice. Man, I just can't get over how good that head sculpt looks. It's a really good head sculpt. And then into the body, you get like these black dots on the plastron that look really, really nice. And then the belt is so detailed on this. I mean, the whole thing is painted all the way around. Speaking of, on his back, you get the nice dual shading, which is also very nice on him. I think I like it better on Rahzar just a little bit more, but it also does look good on Tokka. But the shell is painted so nice and smooth. You got all these little lines on the inside of like these little I don't know, osteoderms, I guess, on the top of the shell. They look really, really nice on his spikes and shit. He's got a little tail down here, which is cool. The knee pad, I love the circles around the skin. That's like probably my favorite part about the whole thing. Kind of wish that these were done in black trimming, but it also, like the plastron, but it also looks okay without it. So I like the black around the feet. They look really nice. His toes and fingernails are all painted. So, I mean, he looks awesome. He's just like big and bulky. He's round. I don't know. I have a thing for turtles, okay? I like turtles. But yeah, so they look good together too, you know? So, like, they don't necessarily need to be exclusive to the comic book shelf or the movie or whatever it is. They should pretty much be able to work in any setting that you would decide you want to put them in. Obviously they are from the cartoon line, but for me, they're just gonna go on my turtle shelf with the random turtle characters, you know. So what are you gonna do? But I do like that. There are quite a bit of accessories to go over, so let's go ahead and take a look at them. So as I said, you do get quite a bit of accessories. They actually do come with the grip hands on them in the package, but I like the open hands for them a little bit better. So here are the grip hands for them. They all are painted to the nines just to match the rest of the hands. There are going to be a little bit of paint rub, but that's just because Neca paints everything, you know, so I don't know. It doesn't bother me too much. You get this piece of meat that I usually give to Rahzar. And then you get this piece of meat that I usually give to Tokka. So this one looks like a drumstick. This one looks like a piece of like red meat, like halal or something. I don't really know. But they look really good and they do hold them nice. Check my photos on Instagram to see them, you know, fucking around with these. You get a whole turkey dinner with like some kind of meat, potatoes, vegetables. This is great. It's painted amazingly. I like it so. It's very firm and it doesn't feel cheap or anything. I like it a lot. I think even the white has some like gray shading on it, which is really nice, unless that's just like missing a layer. But either way, it looks really, really nice. I like this a lot. They don't hold it all that great, but I mean, it's doable. You just gotta angle the hands the right way. So that is awesome. You also get a fish. He's a dead fish. At least I hope he's dead. And it's painted beautifully. Like even just these accessories are painted very nice. So he looks really nice. And the cool thing is like you kind of like put it in Tokka's mouth, like he's eating it. Because I feel like the turtle would want to eat the fish before the dog would. And then you get this thing. I don't really know what this is. If anybody knows what this is, let me know. I know Neca gets really deep cut with these accessories and very specific. But I'm going to be honest, I don't know what this is. So if you know what this is, let me know. I mean, it is painted beautifully, and they do hold it well. I mean, you can kind of just plug it in his hand like that, and it'll hold it. I mean, I'm not going to use this, but it's just a nice little accessory to have no matter what. So I do like that. As far as articulation goes, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Tokka first, because I think he suffers more than Rahzar does. So the head's going to look up, down, side to side. It's on a beautiful ball joint. It will also swivel, and then as you've seen throughout the video, the jaw does open and close, and it looks beautiful in any direction, any position. I like that. The shoulders are really limited on this guy. He's only... Wait a second. Have I been lying to myself this whole time? If you get the shoulder pad above the shoulder, they'll go up pretty much horizontal. Wow. That's pretty wild, actually. That's pretty awesome. So, didn't know that. I thought it stopped at the shoulder pad, like right there, but I'm dumb. So, rotate 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that go in that far, and then the wrist swivel and hingety hinge. Now, there is a torso joint in there, but I cannot get mine to move. Oh man, that just scared the shit out of me. And I don't want to mess with it. So I'm just going to leave that alone. I don't really need him to do anything crazy with his torso. I mean, he's a turtle. I get that. So not really worried about it. Hips will go out full splits. They're on ball joints, as you just terrifyingly saw. They do rotate very nice at the thigh, so you do get a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees that go decent enough. I mean, I don't need it more than that. And then I really like the ankles on this guy, so they'll go down, up all the way, and rotate beautifully. He's very easy to stand. It's a very nice joint, very smooth but tight at the same time. So I do really like the way that he's articulated from the legs down. The arms are good. It's just the torso, really. I'm not huge on, but I also don't need it, so I'm not too upset by it. As far as Rahzar goes, the head is going to look up all the way, so for those good flight poses. Down, not so much, because he's got that big beard snout. The rotation looks good, pivot looks good, and the jaw opens, but definitely not as much as Tokka. So I don't know, his mouth might stay closed. The shoulder pads are on these peg joints, which is really, really nice. So his shoulders go up a little less than horizontal. Down, rotate 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then the wrist swivel and hinge. I really wish that for Tokka too, that the grip hands had a horizontal hinge. That would have been really nice. Beautiful diaphragm joint on him. It'll rotate. He'll pivot side to side. He'll crunch forward. Pretty good. Arc back nice. And I think there's a waist swivel. I don't know. I'm not even going to try it again. I don't need it, so I'm not worried about it. Hips that far out, so you can do the splitsies. He'll kick down, forward, back, up, or thigh cut. Even the joints on the inside have fur sculpt on it. Look at that. That's crazy. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees. That look really nice. And then the ankles go down, up, and pivot. So he also has beautiful ankle joints. I wish all companies would do ankle joints like these. McFarlane, listen up. Hasbro, listen up. Hasbro, don't put clickities in them. You don't need clickities. Just make them tight, you know? And then McFarlane, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with those ball joints. They look nice, but God, they suck. So I think the articulation is beautiful on these guys for what they're supposed to be. I don't need them in Spider-Man poses, even though, like, Rahzar, you kind of can get them. I mean, like, people who say Neca isn't articulated, like, I don't get that. Like, look at that. I mean, obviously he can't crunch like that much, but like that's a pretty damn dynamic pose. So I like that a lot. But yeah, I think the articulation definitely suits the characters. Obviously, maybe it could be a little bit better, but I'm not too worried about it as a whole because they look this good. As far as scale is concerned for these guys, here they are next to a couple Marvel Legends. We got the Marvel Legends Darwin and the Zombie Captain America from the What If wave. As far as 7-inch scale, here they are next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman and the Peely from Jazzware's Fortnite series. And then obviously we got to get them next to NECA's own Silly Kong. I don't really know what scale he is, but they're not as big as I thought they were going to be, especially Tokka. I was really hoping that Tokka would be like a big ball. I mean, he is, but he's just like not as big as I had hoped or thought. Not a problem for me, just, you know, whatever. I don't have the NECA cartoon turtles, but I do have the Super 7 ones. So the Super 7 ones might be a little big for these guys, but I don't think the NECA ones are that much smaller. So, it's up to you if you decide whether or not you like that. So, yeah, I mean, I think these guys look fantastic. They're like perfect for what they're supposed to be in terms of pretty much everything. I don't know what accessories I would have liked to see them come with, so I can't attest to that as much as as most people probably could, but this is a great array of accessories, so I really can't see a lot of people complaining about it. The sculpt, the paint, and the articulation are all there, and NECA just proves again that they are the king of action figures. Fucking fight me on that, okay? Fight me on it, because these guys, NECA just knows how to make damn good toys, man. That's what they do best. And I'm happy to report that. So, I believe that's all I got for today. So if I was to give these two a rating at a price point of $60, I think it was, something like that, I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10. Pinless joints is something that I wish Neca would move toward, especially for things like this. Their pins aren't like super noticeable as like certain companies, like Marvel Legends. I think they're a lot worse because Marvel Legends don't even like mold it the right way. I don't know. I mean, but Tokka's or Rahzar's like that too. So I can't even like fault Hasbro. It's just I've become spoiled in a sense of I like pinless joints. So I wish everybody would go toward it. But what are you gonna do? So yeah, I would give them a 9 out of 10. Horizontal and vertical hinges on the grip hands would be nice. But other than that, I think they're damn perfect. So I believe that's all I got. So if you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot over there and have a lot of fun, so I'm sure you all will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? I gotta know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.